Welcome to Save Par Golf Podcast episode where two average golfers talk about golf.
What the hell is going on?
I'm your host, Eric. This is Dom. We are currently on episode 128. We have a very special guest today. We have Shawn with Decks to Divots. He's an artist that makes handcrafted products made from recycled skateboards. If you're not following him on Instagram, make sure to hit that follow. His handle is at Decks. That's DECKS _2 Divots. Shawn, thank you so much for taking the time and joining us on the podcast.
No, I'm so happy. I can't wait to knock in some
we
answers.
appreciate you. We really want to say we're talking about like two sports kind of going into one, right? We got golf, we have skateboarding, and you're kind of doing something really unique and really cool. Can you just tell us a little bit about when Decks to Divots started, when you launched this?
Decks to Divots started probably, I think it was in 2020. One of my boys, James, I showed him a couple of divot tools that I'd actually made for my league. And he's like, dude, you made those out of skateboards? I was like, yeah. And he's like, you could sell those. So he's like, just start a page. So I started the page and then literally just started showing off what the actual skateboard, because I actually use real skateboard and then shape it into a divot tool. But I also leave the board art from each deck. So you get a piece of recycled history, as we say.
So, can you walk us through the process of creating one of your divot tools, like from selecting a skateboard to like the finished product?
Yeah. I usually just cut the tails off, and then I have a little design. Like this is the original one that I did. This is what I made all my boys, but this one didn't have a colored inlay. So I contacted a couple friends who actually skated still, got some of their boards, took the grip tape off, sanded down the top, left the board art. I didn't care what it had on it. And just made sure it had a little veneer color in the center. So when I sanded it down, you actually got, the 7 layers of skateboards, and you had that middle layer as, an accent piece plus whichever color was on top, and then you have your board art. So after a while of making them, some guys asked me to do hand stamping. So we did that, and then I contacted a lady close to me in Allentown, and she used to do my lasering for like logos for companies, or if anybody else had a logo they wanted to put on there. So yeah, it's been fun.
How many pieces or like products, like, okay, for divot tools, for example, how many can you get out of one board?
One board, I think I have it at almost 120.
Oh, wow.
So, you got to think, right? Like skateboards come in different sizes, right? Like when I skated, I was doing, I think my boards were 8 by 32, maybe 8 1/4.
It's 8 1/4. You get some I have. I think I have some 7.5, 7 1/4, all the way up to 9 1/4. And then, I just cut off the tails because it makes it easier to store. Sure. Tails I usually glue up and make putters, or anything that can't be flattened as per se. I like the curve on it with the tails. But yeah, and after I cut them to about I think it's like 3/4 of an inch thick into strips, and then I go ahead and mark them all off.
You're like using recycled skateboard, and then you're also like getting like the most out of everything, so there's really probably not a whole lot of waste, which is also really cool and unique.
The only waste is about 1/4 of an inch on both with the rails.
Okay.
Though I've had some guys actually want the rails on other products, some like single prongs. Yeah, I'll even take broken boards, glue them together, and then pour epoxy on it for a single
that's
prong.
Cool.
That's really cool.
I'll add this one's a carbon fiber. I have stainless steel, brass, and copper for the single prongs.
I wish I had kept my broken ones. I remember I was telling you, I was looking, the ones I still have are like not broken, like they're still complete and they have like some sentimental value to me for some reason.
yeah.
I'm still like a little attached to them.
Yeah,
One of them, one of them I broke my ankle on.
So you got to keep that one.
Gotta keep that one.
The nice
Yeah.
conversation.
If you see, there's a couple boards up here that I've actually just hung on the wall. There's a hockey themed one. I used to play hockey, so, and then a couple of them from my local skate shop who actually supplies me, Nomads. Shout out Chris, who supplies me with boards.
Yeah. So the one that I still have that I can vividly see, back in the day, and I feel weird saying that because I'm not that old. Death Wish did like a Rat Rod themed series. So like I have the Eric Ellington Rat Rod one, and me loving cars and skateboarding, and I'm like, I gotta like that's the one I need, and I still have it. It's all, I mean, I skated it, so it's all it's all rubbed off, but you can still see the like the Rat Fink type deal, and then the hot rod. I'm like, it's just so cool.
Yeah, I got a couple boards from with Santa Cruz that I've made. I've actually cut out or inlaid the Santa Cruz into, like the inlay on the ball marker. Yeah. Actually, no. The only thing that I got from Santa Cruz was the name Santa Cruz, and then they had like a jackpot, a slot machine. So I got a couple bars out of that, a lemon, a diamond, and something else on there. Oh, cherries.
Oh,
so
yeah,
that's really cool.
Skateboards are, to me, they're like art, right? Like they're all different. They all have different series. There's actually a guy on Instagram that has his own art on skateboards, and I'm like, I need to order one of those at some point. He's out of Canada.
A tattoo artist has one that he does like the really cool kind of.
I really want one. Yeah,
they're so dope.
Most of the artists that do the skateboards are tattoos or artists, and they've skated. Some of their artwork is just amazing. I probably have close to like 50 boards that I know I probably will never cut up because the artwork is just so awesome.
Cool. So I know back in my day, I used to probably skateboard from like 6th to 8th grade. So this was many years ago, but they never really got a good rap back in my day. But it was always one of my favorite logos was World Industries. I loved the World Industries logos.
I had that one.
With that one's sweet.
Yeah.
Was it Flame Boy and what
oh no, I'm sorry. That's
trying to think of the names. World Industries was pretty popular back in the day, but again, a lot of people
see, I grew up when like that was the late 70s, early 80s is when I remember, because I was playing hockey, playing golf. Also my parents got divorced, so then we ended up moving to a different neighborhood. So I had a lot of free time. So the golf course was no more than like a mile down the road, and all the roads were paved or there was a bike path. So it's kind of hard to take a bike with your clubs. So skateboard and
golf. Yeah. That's
so I would skateboard to the golf course, play. And then most of the time I would take my board with me while I was playing, because I just skate down the cart path.
I never really thought of it, because some of the courses we play over here have like they're like dirt or they're not like cement, but that's actually that's actually a pretty good idea.
Now the golf course is closed and I think they built houses on it. So
so you said started right around 2020. Did you like, what were you doing before that? Like, I mean, did you just kind of like, I'm gonna just kind of create something and try something different and unique, and then
I do landscape for a business, so I'm usually either mowing or building patios and stuff like that. So I had the garage and I had a couple of tools, and I'm like, I got to make something. And I actually had 2 old boards, that hence the fact that's why this one doesn't have inlay in it. So I started cutting them up and testing them out, and the double prongs back in the day were the thing. Now it's the single prongs, and and now the carbon fiber with the recycled bearing that spins. So
we were just talking about that. The bearing look is so, I mean, all of your work is super phenomenal, but like it's just like an added touch to it,
I just like the carbon fiber. I've never seen any that have carbon fiber.
Yeah, I got a sheet of 3 millimeter carbon fiber. I glue the wood on, and then I drill it all out at once. And then the bearing, actually, I have to finish this one off. This is for a client. Um, and then the bearing I get from the skate shop too, because they're all recycled. So when the guys, get new bearings, they just drop it off and go from there. So,
That
and
was
I
going to
just
be
throw
one of
them
my
in.
questions. Is like, where do you get all these recycled boards? And that was like, you have probably an in with like a
Yeah,
local skate shop out of like you were talking
in with the
about.
local skate shop. I actually did get. There's a professional skater, Jack Friedel. I've actually made him 2 trophies for his big event. I think that's in July or August. They play at the New York Country Club, and they got me to play last year. I even won.
Did
I
you
got
really?
closest. Yeah, I got closest to the pin, so I won a whole bunch of Yeti stuff.
Oh,
Almost like
cool.
almost
That's
like $800 worth of Yeti. I got a huge cooler, a bag cooler, like 3 different Yeti tumblers in sizes. I was like,
You
okay.
cashed in pretty good there.
Yeah. Plus, I got paid for the trophy too.
Yeah,
So,
right.
yeah.
Exactly. I mean,
Hold on.
yeah.
I didn't realize how expensive skateboards have gotten.
I
Yeah.
was
Because when I was skating, they were like, you could get a deck for like 30 to $50.
Yeah. Back in the day, like I said, I grew up with Tony Hawk and, Cab, um, Andy
Turtles.
McDonald. Yeah, all of them.
Bob
And
Burnquist.
if I
Who's
had,
the fur guy?
if I had
Who's the fur
half
guy?
the boards, yeah, the values on those old boards that were even used are like in the thousands just because of the artwork.
Yeah. Was it like Toy
So,
Machine?
There's
yep.
Toy Machine
I have
was
a
a good
couple.
one.
well, and like
I have a
I'm on
couple.
Death Wish's website because they ended up being my favorite brand. It's $80 for an Ellington deck, and I'm like, good lord.
My
Yeah.
brother-in-law bought me a deck, and actually I still have it. I haven't like put any trucks or anything on it, but it's
Do you
just a
even own
deck.
trucks?
No, I don't. That's why I used to have them. Like I said, I used to skate quite a
I
bit.
get you. I have some Purple
Well,
Thunder
I,
trucks.
Yeah.
I got
Got a
some
few.
independent trucks somewhere around here.
Yeah, I'm now big in, I mean, not, I'm not now. I've been running quite a bit. And it's like, it's just one more added component to like really injure myself.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I like more of the aesthetic look of the board
Mhm.
itself, going back to the artwork. But
Yeah.
when he was talking about pricing, do you ever remember that was is it the CCS magazine? Was that what it was called?
Yes.
The little books,
catalog.
the little catalogs.
Yeah.
I used to love going through those, but the
Yeah.
prices were way,
It's way
changed drastically.
Yeah.
You could get, like, back in the day, you get a Powell Peralta, like a Tony Hawk board for like $40, and then just
Yep.
go spend like another 30 for trucks and wheels. You had a board for $70, and
I saw a Instagram reel, and it was them interviewing Tony Hawk because Tony Hawk kind of brought it mainstream, right? And he's like, "Yeah, I picked up this board for like $12." I'm like,
Where at a garage sale?
I'm like, you can't. No, it was like local skate shop. They're like, yeah, you get this complete set for like $20. I'm like, you can't even get bearings for $20.
no, bearings are like I think 18 to 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. The bearings I use in some of my the spinner tools and the ball markers, I get them from Dirty Bearings, and they're nice and black. I'd love to try to figure out how to actually get each little insert. I'd like to figure out how to do an inlay and have like a Dex to Divots, and then the Dirty Bearings on the other side, or
it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that one's what? That was just Shoguns or whatever. So yeah, just some different colors.
Vivid memories of breaking my ankle now.
Yeah,
that was a good time. Good time in my life.
Hits the fact that's why I quit. I've had each one of my broken ankles, 3 reconstructive shoulder surgeries. So yeah,
you were talking about pricing of the decks and all the skateboarding. My question was golf is it's growing at a rapid pace right now. Like where I don't really follow skating right now as much as like I said, I used to skate, but I'm nowhere kind of near. I'm not familiar with where it's at right now. Is it a growing sport? Has it been really taking off as well? I mean, do you get a lot of requests from both skating and golfers, or is it predominantly the golfers?
Skater wise, not so much in the golf realm of making stuff for them. I actually have a guy who I'm building an 8x11 frame for, and I already had it glued up, cut off. One of my buddies, his son is huge into skating, and I think he was like third 2 weeks ago at some comp. But yeah, it's all over this place around here. There's like Doylestown has their own skate club or skate park. There's one in Quakertown, which is another 15 minutes the other way. There's a couple more up near Allentown. And then Woodward out in the middle of PA, the biggest skate jam ever. I mean, I think he sent his kids both. The other one does not roller, scooter. So they both go out there for like a week during the summer, and yeah, it's pretty big around here.
That's really cool. And it's cool that you're able to like incorporate skateboarding into other sport or other things as well. You talk about the frame itself, like that's just kind of, I mean, realistically, you can kind of do almost anything. You got the talent to do it, so it's pretty amazing.
I appreciate that. I made quite a few cigar ashtrays. Yeah. So I made a couple with removable cups. So when you're done, just leave it in the metal, let the ashes burn down, and then empty it. So
I saw that, and actually what it reminded me of, so I'm kind of big into coffee. So I have my espresso machine, and they have like, I don't know if you're big into the coffee scene.
Do you want a skateboard handle?
Well, that's actually would be really cool.
See, I have the better ideas.
Yeah, but the tamper, where you push down the the coffee grounds. Otherwise, like they have like where you hit you knock your coffee puck out. Yeah, but that would be really cool to.
There's a guy named Eric.
I've seen something similar to that, but not a skateboard. But this, Dom kind of came up with that idea. That'd be really cool. But mine was like this. I saw the cigar in the tray, so that's what made me think of. There's like an actual thing that you can set this inside of. It's like
the handle's not that bad. I mean, I don't have a lathe, but I hand turn everything. So
you just broke it.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's just
but yeah, you can see it's pretty straightforward. I mean, it just twists right off. So
it's funny. Yeah, she just every time about replacing it.
No, these are honestly like, this is kind of like one of those things. Again, you get into like a hobby, and it's like a collector. Like people will have like 10 of these things. So it's just kind of.
I can put it back.
Yeah, I made a couple beer handles.
Oh yeah, like a beer tap or whatever.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I made a couple square ones and then had it lasered. Actually, I don't even think I never posted about that. It was for one of my clients that actually I mow for and do landscaping for. And he's like, "Can you make me some?" So I was like, "Yeah." So
that's so cool. So do you? I mean, what's your goal? You said you're like a landscaper. You're doing the other things. I mean, do you want to try to take this to do it like full time, or like what's like your 1-year goal, or what's your 5-year goal for this?
Well, I'll be 51 this year. My body's basically telling me I'm done with doing landscaping. So, I mean, I've been doing it since I got out of the Army, and that was since 97. So my body's pretty well done.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would love to. I have my almost 14-year-old's going to be a freshman in high school. My other one graduated already. So yeah, can't live off the wife.
Yeah, that's got to be kind of. Well, you mentioned the service. We appreciate your service. You know, it is a veteran-owned company as well, which is stayed in there. So we appreciate that. That's very cool. So are you gonna put like do you plan on like launching a website, and where do you primarily sell your products?
I did have a website for like 3 years, and the traffic on that was just non-existent. I think I spent more on that than what I made on it for the 3 years. So I canceled that in January. I might open up an Etsy or a Shopify, just have it linked to the Instagram.
Yeah,
but
sure.
Usually everything I make, I post in a story. I put it on the post. It usually sells. I don't really have that much inventory anymore right now because I sold it all. So pretty happy about
Instagram's a
that.
pretty powerful tool, right? If you're able to like kind of, figure out how to like operate it, and which is pretty straightforward. I mean, it's a golf itself is a pretty tight knit community, and there's people that really like to find somebody that like an artist or somebody that's really good at what they do, a craft, and they'll typically try to buy almost everything you have. Kind of invest in.
I'm just bad about putting stories. I'm like, when I get in the shop, my phone goes down, the radio goes on, or whatever podcast or whatever I'm listening to, and then I just start. And then I look at my watch later on when the wife goes, "Are you coming to bed?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's 12 o'clock at night. I guess I need to go to bed since I have to be up at 6." So
yeah, and the last thing you want to do is like, hop on your Instagram.
Well, that, or it's like, oh wait, let me put a camera up so I can videotape myself cutting something, and then spend another 10 minutes moving it so then I can show that, oh, I'm sanding it now. Yeah, I'm pretty bad about that. I need to get my daughters out here to just sit there and videotape, but
just put like one of those little, get like one of those what do you call it? Like a tripod or not a well, yeah, kind of like a stand, and then you could even do one of those like reels where it's like
a time lapse.
Yeah, time lapse, exactly. So it'll be, you just cranking away at it, and all of a sudden it's really only like a 30-second video.
I know Mark from Kraken does that when he does leather. And I sit there and I watch him sew leather. I'm like, I know what he's gonna do. And I still just sit there. I'm like, this is
entertaining.
Amazing.
Van does that with with Van Collections. So I don't know. It's just I'm in my mind.
Yeah.
I mean, the stuff that Van does is, we were talking about Van earlier. Like, he's super talented as well.
Van cousin clubs, early bird Shawn making the ball markers. Legend making the putters. There's so many. And I'm just glad that I have Nebula, Brandon, with his ball markers and divot tools. So I'm just happy I know them all. We all speak. It's like we push each other to do more stuff, crazier stuff. So
speaking of crazy, have you had any like crazy or odd requests from somebody to make something?
Yeah, I have to actually do this by next weekend. Somebody wants a middle finger.
Like how big? Like as like a divot tool or something, or like what?
No, he said use my hand, just do the finger and cut it out and then put it on top of some zebra wood, and because he wants to give it to us.
He was talking about inlays and the ball markers.
Yep.
Obviously skateboards have very wide graphics, right? I was like, should I find one with boobs? We just have like a little inlay of boobs.
So there's
can you see the cat?
Yeah.
That's a ball. That's going to be an inlay for one of my boys because he loves cats. So
that's so cool.
There's I have it was drawing.
Like it doesn't pop out as like sensitive content on Instagram because it's just
no.
I don't know how to do that.
I won't do that. But like, see the eye?
Oh yeah, that's really cool.
That's going to be. So that'll be the inlay. So you get the eye in it. I
love it.
So, and it's a red eye. So always watching you 3-putt.
For our listeners and viewers, is there a process of like ordering it? Do typically you have the deck?
I can help because I ordered.
Yes, and I think
mine. You asshole.
I know, son of I have it here, man. Yeah.
So what I did was I said, hey, I'm a big fan. How do I buy stuff? And Shawn's like, hey, what colors do you like? I'm like, I like purple.
Yeah.
That's exactly that's exactly how it happened. Yeah.
Yeah. You said the Minnesota Vikings colors or the Twins colors. I was like, got you. Everybody if they just send me a DM, if they have an idea, colors is a big theme. If you want a certain color, I have decks and colors So I'm running low on black and yellow.
But just can somebody like bring like say like, hey, I want to use this deck. Like I'll send it to you. Can you? I mean, will you do that, or normally you just kind of use your own? I'm assuming from the or what you have.
Oh no, I've had quite a few guys that literally will
Send
just
their own.
send me decks. Hey, can you make me a tray so I can throw my keys and my wallet in it? Perfect. Done.
That'd be cool.
That's really cool. So like, let's say we did do that. What is like your turnaround time for something like that? If we mail it to you and you get it, like was it a couple weeks?
Yeah, it's usually like 2 to 3 weeks,
2 to 3
depending
weeks.
on my schedule. Usually, if I get it in, I know what my schedule is because swim season for my youngest is starting next week. So yeah, if it's a night, like I usually have my Thursday nights it's me and the wife. We go to trivia every Thursday night with a bunch of our friends. So there's nothing going on in the shop on Thursdays unless it rains.
Sure. Which is good. You need to have that, right? Once a week. You got to have that just kind of power down from.
Well, that, and I got her into golf 3 years ago. So now she's like constantly, hey, can we go to the driving range tonight? I said, well, I got stuff to do in the shop. Oh, it's just for an hour.
Let's just hit some balls.
Okay. Yeah. And then that turns into more beer drinking. So it's like, yeah. Okay.
That is one thing my wife says. Like, I just want to try it on my own. We'll start with like Top Golf or like the driving range because that's the most
driving range would be cheaper than Top Golf
for sure.
Yeah.
During the week, it's not as bad, but yeah, the weekend is crazy. It's somebody that was like, "Hey, we should go to Top Golf." We looked it up. It was like $140 for a bay on Saturday, like at prime time. I'm like, dude, that is
just for like an hour.
An hour. Yeah, I'm like, that's insane.
It was 200 on Mother's Day just for the bay, and then we ended up eating dinner there. Yeah,
they don't like moms.
Yeah. Oh no, they love moms. But then I'm a veteran, and I was smart. Well, actually, my wife was smart. She went and got the gift cards from Costco. You get $100 gift card for $80. Boom.
There you go. Saving yourself money. See, that's works smarter. That's awesome. But yeah, no, that's something that driving range is probably much cheaper to do, or go to like a little par 3 or something like that, or like a little exec. That's kind of the way to go.
I wish we had some. Well, other than my backyard par 3, that's all we have.
Really,
there's no par 3s around here. So
see, it's weird. Like I feel like in certain regions, like they've been popping up. Like talked to a couple different people where they're like starting to put in like 12 to 14 hole golf courses because like they're saying like 9's not enough, but like 18 is just like I don't want to spend 4.5 hours. It's a long day, so it's like 12 to 14 is almost that. And I'm like, that actually makes a lot of sense. I would love to play 18 holes depending on the pace of play, but if you're like waiting constantly, like that's no good. But if that 12 to 14 seems like it'd be almost like the perfect amount of golf holes to play.
Oh God, you would have hated the round that Ryan and I played.
That was Como. That was we did the same crap, man. We didn't even finish.
We had a group of 8 in front of us.
Not fun. I haven't made, so I play in a league on Saturday mornings. So we have the 2nd through 8 tee times. I'm usually the first or second one that goes off. Like this weekend, I think I'm teeing off at 6:08 in the morning.
Oh, I love that.
I will be home by 11 o'clock, and that's after I have a couple beers with the boys after everybody's done. And then on Sunday, I usually play with an older gentleman, Stan, who's a member at this one Fox Hollow golf course. Me and him literally have done 18 holes with the two of us in a cart in an hour and 35 minutes.
Dude, that's like the best kind of golf right there, because you're not like racing, but you're just like if you're playing well and just constantly moving, like that's perfect.
We just play ready.
Yeah, ready golf.
So, like I'll drop him off at his ball, or I'll walk. Here, there's your ball. I'll walk up 50 yards or 100 yards. I'll go hit. Whenever you're done hitting yours, I'll hit mine.
Sean's had 3 to 4 beers before Dom Dom's even thinking about waking up.
Oh, yeah. 6 a.m., don't talk to me.
But, I mean, when you think about it, though, like you said, you have kids. Obviously, you're married. So it's like you have almost normally on a Saturday, you got plenty of other commitments.
Did I say I hate babies last week?
You've kind of mentioned it before. Okay. Yeah, because
I noticed that in the group chat somebody wrote, "I hate babies," and then Dom.
But that's to each his own. We have all of our. I prefer golf early in the morning. It's something that I get excited about too, because again, it's you get out there early and you get done early.
I credit my wife. She literally gets everything we need to get done during the week. Like I'm out here in the shop, God bless her. She's probably doing my laundry for work for tomorrow since it's been 3 days. So get it done. But yeah, she like the weekend. She's like, it's ours. Let's go play golf. Let's go. We don't do anymore. Like our Friday night, if I get back and I have stuff to do, I'll get it done. And then it's like, okay, let's go do the Costco run. Or no, Amazon and Target free shipping is a lifesaver.
They kind of make it too easy not to choose Target or do the Amazon Prime deal. We've done that a few times.
Love Target.
Target's it's fun to go every once in a while, but if you figure out what you want and you can get it ahead of time, you can get it next day or even the same day. It's just so convenient.
I think I know Amazon's here almost every other day, and most of the guys during the winter, because I'm off during the winter, so that's when I usually crank out from right after Christmas till usually middle of March. I'm in the shop every day, and that's even on weekends when it's too cold to go golfing. Or so we did find a new indoor simulator bay, Midway, in Doylestown. It's like not even 10 minutes away, and they have like the perfect setup. 4 bays.
I'm gonna ask you about. There's one in Blaine. We'll talk about it after.
Okay.
I drove by it and I was like, oh, that looks new.
Yeah. No, that's sweet. I feel like they're starting to pop up all over the place.
There's a Scramble House down near KOP, and then there's one in Harrisburg, but it's just too far to take a 45 minute to an hour drive to.
No fun at that
point. At that point, I'd rather just go golfing.
Exactly.
There's, we don't have that luxury here. I would much rather, what I mean? Like, maybe this year we have that luxury.
It's like a really mild winter.
Yeah. Normally it's like, you drive 45 minutes, you're still in like 10 feet of snow.
Yeah.
Oh, I play in the winter too. Like I'll go out like after the kids and the wife are gone to school. If it's over 30, I will go walk 18 holes at this course up the street for me.
We can't.
Say if we could, that would be maybe. I would consider it, but
because you guys this year's been a
crazy weird year. Yeah. Where you're at, do you get a lot of snow?
I think this year we got the most snow because we hadn't had snow for 2 years.
Oh, so it came. We gave it to you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome.
No, take it back.
Because we didn't get a lot this year.
I wish we got more.
Oh. Yeah. I think our total for this year was like out of 4 snowstorms. I think it was like 11 inches.
Oh,
so
what the fuck?
That's still not very. Yeah,
that's like a normal Tuesday.
Yeah, that's still not very much.
What the hell?
But we did have
there's one day a couple of years ago where we had a 3-day blizzard.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you guys are built for that. You guys have the manpower to get the road clear.
People city-wise and all that. People act like we don't.
No, that's true. Yeah. That is very.
But
very
you
true.
guys. If like the school, I think we're getting 2 inches of snow. Oh, we're just going to close for tomorrow. What? And then school's closed and we got like half an inch. And okay, kids, get back on your computers and just do like a virtual day. But no. I think the kids had because it always snowed on the weekends or on a Friday night into Saturday. So I was like, all right, I got to go snowplow. You guys sit at home
on your iPad or whatever.
Oh yeah, watch Netflix.
Yeah. So there was one I was looking at it. I'm like, oh shoot! There was one question I now want to forget. Oh yeah, what has been like your most memorable or your most favorite item that you've made so far?
I think it was actually the last the trophy I did for Jack's. I think I'd seen my post, but it was walnut, and then I took the design of the flower shop, which is in New York City, which is a bar, because they were sponsoring it too. And then it was another company, and I took the Walker Foundation, which is in Australia. So I took the Walker Bird, I took the Flower Shop Rose, and I inlaid pieces of board and glued it up to make it, you'd actually see the flower and then you'd actually see the board. I stuck them on brass, put that in, and then had something else on it too. That was probably the most intricate one I've done.
I was literally going to follow up and say what was the most difficult one to make, but it sounds like that was probably the answer.
No, that actually wasn't that bad.
Okay.
Because I got the printouts and I made them big enough that I could actually, cut out the pieces easily and then lay them on, and that was fun. The most difficult piece, probably the putter stand that I still haven't shipped. Sorry, Steve. Yeah, that was challenging. But the next putter stand that's coming, hopefully within the next 2 weeks, that one's even. Now that I already have a template, basically on the legs,
it's pretty straightforward, pretty easy.
Yeah. And plus the knowledge that I've learned over the last 3 years of woodworking, because I didn't know anything about woodworking. I was just playing around. But following enough woodworkers and then getting help from a couple friends that actually have drum sanders and stuff like that, it's made life easy.
I'd imagine, like you said, just kind of like the process. You just learn as you go. You're like, oh, I'm not going to do that again, but I'm going to do it this way. Next time.
Oh, I still do it, no matter what. I almost lost half my thumb just on the belt sander because I went this way and then it kicked it back. So yeah, I think it went down almost to the muscle. No, not the bone, but the muscle. But yeah, that was pretty painful.
4 years of wood shop, and my first year,
that'd be a little difficult.
And I'm surprised, and everyone else is surprised. I have all my fingers been cut. My favorite tool. I love the jointer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I to this day, I still have one of my buddy's planers. I still refuse to use it. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna kick back and mess up a piece. Yep. So no, take it to the drum sander. Just notch it down as you go. Boom, done.
What did you make there? What was like your biggest project?
I made a couple. So my last year, the woodshop teacher, at this point, he didn't like me.
You're just ready to ask.
At one point during class, he told me to shut the hell up.
Really?
The dude behind me was talking. It wasn't even me. Yeah. No, I'm like,
he couldn't see because you had the hair.
Well, at this point, because I was on crutches, I was so far behind that it's like I'm trying to listen, and the dude behind me kept talking. He goes, "Dominic, shut the hell up." I'm like, I'm not even talking. So from then on, it was like a vendetta. So my last year, he's like, "Hey, everybody makes your blueprint. You're gonna build it based on your blueprint." And it's my senior year. I'm like, this is stupid. I'm not gonna try. So it took me all semester, but I made a 3-tiered shelf.
Oh, that's cool.
But it's all tapered. So as you go up, it gets skinnier, and then each individual shelf is tapered back.
Gotcha.
So like it looks really cool. And then the entertainment stand in my room I made.
Okay. Yeah, I did a kind of a cool nightstand. I did the typical cutting board where you put all different types of woods together. Yeah. That would turn out really cool. And then I did a cool.
I made a cutting board out of, I think it was after all said and done, because it was colorful. Yeah. I think I used close to 60 different boards, strips.
Yeah, wow.
And then glued them all up. And yeah, my boy Dennis. And then Dennis, after I made it, it was too big. So he was like, "Can you cut it in half?" I'm like, "Okay." So I cut it in half.
I got two.
He ended up giving one half to his friend, and they use it like cutting up vegetables and stuff. So I'm like, perfect.
That's really cool.
I think a wooden spoon to cook with would be really cool for all the different colors.
That would be really cool too.
Just a handle. I don't think the hard maple would actually. I don't think it would work very well. But
itself would still be
fine. Take my dream.
No, I can do the handle part and make it like, because I mean, I had spaghetti tonight, so we used a wooden one with the sauce, but I would think that the may kind of warp after all the heat.
Sure. Are there any other like recycled materials or products that you're interested in exploring, like for future projects, not just like skateboards, but something else? Have you thought about it?
Airplane.
I want to try something with like pieces of bike, like tubes, or just like the spindle or the spokes on an old bike rim.
Sure.
That would be pretty cool. I just don't.
Yeah, I could donate that one.
Donate yours. Get rid of it on the ramp.
I just don't think, unless it's a big piece. I mean, I did the whole, like, the skateboard bearings, the skateboards itself, and then I have Joe making me the metal for the inlays. I have Jim from Buckeye Bag Tags doing all my lasering. No, I don't see anything like, but
I mean, you can you can do so many things with the decks and to the bearings and everything. That's really cool looking.
So, picture persimmon head on a driver. Now put that in an inlay, like with the screws. See, you have a persimmon head kind of ball marker. I know Tyson Lamb made one, but
yeah,
but he used paint and other stuff. I'm using real wood.
He showed me earlier because I like to collect the pencils from each golf course or golf club that I go to.
Oh yeah, I showed him a little pencil holder.
Yeah, I really like it.
I'm waiting. The guy who actually makes the holders itself, he was on back order. But yeah, I have quite a few more of them coming out. There's going to be so can you see the ferrule?
Oh yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah, it's on my way.
My custom ones look like shit.
Well, Patrick, I made Patrick BB&F. I made him a display. He said he's going to get it up when he gets better pictures, but he sent me a couple pictures. Says, dude, it's in, and he put all of the Tyson Lamb collaboration with the BBF. I was like, dude, I would love to, make you a BBF with the skateboards. He's like, I'm all about it. And I used his display is flat. It was a 10x10 walnut, and then the outer edge, it came out to be 12x12 square. And I think I put like almost 18 rows in it for him to put all of his ball markers in. But that's I have a couple more displays, the tier top one, so you can see them all. Those are in the works. The pencils, see, I know you can make a pencil, but to make it like the size of a T, and then I'd have to drill out the center just to put it'd be kind of weird. I know some guys make them.
That would be
so thick. Yeah, we were thinking more pencil, like the pencil holder for like all the different ones we collected, but I wasn't thinking like actual.
Oh, I'm always thinking of crazy stuff like that.
That's really.
I know. I was telling Derek. So just like you, my dad is a veteran. He was in the Navy, and he collects challenge coins now. That's like his thing. I was thinking like his birthday's in August. Sometimes he listens to these, sometimes he doesn't.
I feel like he's a pretty good supporter.
Yeah, I don't think he ever listens though. Yeah.
Does he want like thinking, a red, white, and blue?
Maybe. I don't know. I just wanted one big enough for him to put all of his challenge coins on, and then your coins. Yeah.
Yeah, because give me let me know how many coins he has and actually how big they are, because I actually have a couple challenge coins. I think they're inside the house, but they're bigger than the 1/4, regular ball marker size. I think they're almost like 2 inches on some of the big ones.
That's his are like that. Yeah, they're probably like that.
Yeah, I have a couple from the Pentagon because my dad worked for the Pentagon. My mom worked for NASA.
No, that's cool.
So yeah, I grew up in DC. So it was, you got challenge coins just for showing up. If you didn't have it when you showed up at a bar, you were doing push-ups. Oh.
Yeah, my dad was in the Navy. I like to say that he served on the big boats, but then he gets mad at me and goes, "No, it's a ship." I'm like, "No,
Yeah, it's a ship.
it's a boat." No, it is a ship. And now he does stuff for the local sheriff department where he's like a special deputy. So he doesn't have a gun, but he's got a taser, which is still pretty cool. So he's got a bunch of like Navy coins and he's got a bunch of like sheriff coins, and
Yeah,
he enjoys collecting them. And I'm like, I don't understand it, but it's also not always for me to understand.
Yeah.
It's like how we collect ball markers.
That's what I'm putting together. This is his thing.
This is his golf kind of theme but non-golf related.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So yeah. I mean, I've played with a couple guys that actually use their challenge coins as a ball marker. And I'm like, okay, I got to go over that. Can you go like 2 to the left, please?
Yeah, hopefully I don't have to go over that thing because.
Yeah. No, I actually am in the works of actually building a wall display that will actually have, like, if you're looking at the skateboard, but do it sideways, that'll actually have tiers up that you can actually just put them in side by side. I wish I sold them all, so I don't even have any displays.
Yeah, maybe after all the shindig stuff, I'll count how many coins he has, and then we can kind of discuss that. And
yeah, because if it's in August, right?
July.
I could. Okay, so.
Oh, I'm sorry. My dad's birthday is in August.
Yeah. So whenever you get like whatever colors he likes, like I have a red, white, and blue board that I basically use for all my military friends, and I think I still have like 2 of them that I haven't even undone the grip tape so they're still good. Yeah, because then I think the last one I did was walnut, but we could do like a lighter color, which would actually pop the color, the red, white, and the blue out. And then his markers would stand out, even if there's any dark challenge coins, they'll pop a little bit more. So yeah,
I'll have to find a time when he's not at his desk and like see which ones he has.
Look at it.
Yeah, because he's got 2 different separate like stands because he buys them to fit and then he doesn't like future proof himself. So it's like they're full already, and he's got them like on his desk.
Some guys don't like the like my 4 tier ones that I build are about 4.5 inches thick, but about 12 inches wide. So like if you have a big desk, it looks small on it. But then I have a guy who actually wanted I think it was like a 12-inch tier. And I think I did 6 tiers on that. That was fun. Challenging though.
I bet.
Yeah.
Getting all those measurements right.
Do you ever get anyone when you're talking about the pens or pencil holder? I was thinking of I've seen some like metal putter covers, so like have you ever considered doing like a display where you have actually like the actual.
I did a stand-up one. It was actually just a piece of walnut, and then I think it was 8 different skateboard spindles that he would put it on.
That's what was his. I was drawing a blank on what I was trying to say.
Yeah, the spindles. But now, since you're covering up the skateboard, now the wall piece should be all skateboard, and the spindles should be just like whatever I can get at Home Depot or whatever. You're never going to see them.
Right, exactly. Yeah, unless you obviously kept some of it empty just because you're still collecting. But yeah, once you filled it, it obviously kind of defeats the purpose,
Yeah, and the guy who has the putting stand that is still under my desk, he wanted me to make him a wall one, and I still haven't figured, because he wanted me to actually use like a skateboard, like just a board art at an angle, and then drill the holes for the spindles so he could actually look at the board art but still see his putters.
That's pretty cool. So you're trying to figure that out.
Yeah, it's got to be, what do you say, 20 inches wide and by 15 inches high. So it goes on a wall above one of his shelves.
Oh, and we have those putters made out of walnut.
Yeah, that's a Canadian-based company. They're it's like a walnut putter, and it has like a gold metal plate basically on there, so you can.
Yeah. So this putter, I'm waiting on some copper, and I will put copper on the bottom of this, and then I'll end up taking some more weight off, because I think this is at 355 now, but with the 2mm copper, I'll have to take some off. Then I'll drill the hole for the neck and then put a shaft on it. I actually thought about just putting this kind of a shaft without the neck, and then just putting that in. But I'm not a putter maker, so I don't know where I need to drill the hole for it. So, but
plenty of people on Instagram that you could reach out to that could, what I mean.
I have one. The guy's name's Tyler Lowry. He actually lives
I was about to recommend Tyler. Yeah, we've had him on. We talked with him.
Tyler made this awesome putter. I made the design with the skateboards, and then I sent it to him, and they inlaid it. And
that's so cool looking.
This is so my gamer. I told him, I said, you better just hold off, because I'm going to send you some inlays for the wife, so we can make her one.
That's a cool thing about the Instagram.
To recommend Tyler. That's crazy.
Yeah, the Instagram community it's so cool, man. There's so many awesome people out there that are, like you said, they're in the same industry, but they still want to see people succeed. There's space for everyone.
Yeah, like Van, I'm sending Van a box because my wife's an Eagles fan. I'm a Cowboys fan.
Well, that's got to be an interesting.
Oh, only when we play each other, I'm usually in the other room.
So like twice a year.
Yeah, twice a year. But it is what it is. My Cowboys suck, so.
Yeah, sorry, both teams kind of suck.
Oh, I have one of my coworkers, hard Eagles fan, and that's literally that's all he talks about. I mean, it's like 24/7.
Well, if Kelsey didn't retire this year, I'm pretty sure the Eagles. No, they have a good backup center.
Yeah,
he just got hired by ESPN.
I heard that.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Sunday Night Football.
Yeah.
We will see him. Speaking of Kelsey both Kelseys, I made them both a ball marker.
What did you?
So my boy at Buckeyes makes the medallion, and then like this one is actually Jake Elliott's.
Oh yeah,
see the number 4. Yeah. So I'm actually gonna redo it and make it even brighter, so the 4 pops out. But yeah, it's like,
that is really cool.
There's the colors, and then on the back is mine. So
that's sweet. What do you, you said this is kind of just like a side hobby, right? But you've done a really amazing job. But what is, like, if somebody was wanting to get in this space, what's one piece of advice you'd give? I typically ask our guests this almost on every episode. I love listening to everyone's answer, because most of them are the same, but you do find some really unique ones, and I'm just kind of curious what you request or suggest.
One is patience. Literally, you'll get shot down left and right, and it's just okay, whatever. I'm just going to keep going. 2, you got to have some kind of support from your family and from some of your friends to like, without James, I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't even be talking to you. I would have been, okay, yeah, I'll find another hobby. I'll go do something else. Yeah. But yeah, patience, support. And then I do a lot of donating. Like, I'm still working on donating for this one kid who broke his grandfather's old driver. One of the guys is actually going to be meet me this weekend, who got the driver fixed. I got another driver in from another, I can't remember his name, and I hope he doesn't see this. Then I have Doug from D Love Clubs, who's making him the rest of the set. I think I've gotten close to about $220 in donations. We're going to buy him a new bag, and then get him a putter, because I actually have a couple of putters here. And I've been in contact with his dad. So yeah, donating, just word of mouth. Yeah, I'll send people stuff for free. Like, here, try it out. If you like it, just put it in your stories. Yeah. And if you want another one, you're paying for it. So,
well, I mean, you put a lot of time and effort in it. I mean, I've seen.
I should have asked for free ones then.
God,
no, I don't.
You're getting stuff for the tournament, or
I know
you both are getting something that actually I already showed it to you. So yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, you're supporting me, so I have to support back.
Yeah, no, that's what it's all about. Like you said, the donating thing. I mean, there's it's something that kind of comes from the heart. You know, it's something that it means a lot to you, but it's kind of paying it forward a little bit. And so we kind of built this page up. I mean, there's obviously a lot of meme stuff and funny stuff, but I also we like to support all the companies. And
funny enough, that's why we can't use yours for any PGA related.
Anything. Yeah, that is kind of, I know. So we plan that we've been invited twice down to the 3M Open to play like in the media, but like I can't use the
nope. So to get media credentials, you have to submit like your account and everything. Mm-hmm. So I was doing all that, and Derek's account immediately got flagged.
It's so annoying. I get flagged on stupid posts. It's like, dude, I'm giving you credit.
So now the best part is they're like, hey, Dominic and your staff. So Derek works for me, according to the PGA. Yeah. So to get media credentials, we have to use the podcast page.
Like, if we go to like me and my wife go to a different golf course, we try to go to a different golf course at least every weekend. I'll take some stickers and a couple divot tools, and I'll just leave a tee, or I'll put it in a bag and I'll leave it on the front of the green. Like, that's so cool. Whoever gets it, just, use it, or, follow me or whatever. Just, I leave business cards everywhere. Like, half my clients that I actually do landscaping for, they're like, I'm one today. He's like, dude, I have a tournament coming up at the end of August. Can you make some swag bag stuff? I'm like, yep, got it. Mm-hmm. He goes, no, I'm paying for it, but can you do it? I'm like, yeah, got you. So
that's awesome. Well, no, I said, keep up the great work, man. It's a really cool and very unique, but I think you're onto something for sure.
And like, I was kind of kidding. Like, I have no issue paying for anything. The workmanship that went into those ball markers is crazy. Like, I felt it and I was like, oh, these have some weight to it. And I'm like, oh, they're smooth. So I showed it to my dad. My dad was like, how in the world? I'm like, yeah, they're skateboards. Like, it's just, to me, I'm like, this is like the coolest thing ever, right?
Yeah.
I like colors, whereas my wife likes black and white, and I see colors. So looking at a board, it's like when you glue something up and it comes out looking like this.
Yes.
And it's not painted. It's not, it just feels good. And you throw that on a green and people are like, ooh, yeah, where did all those colors come from?
Mm-hmm. It's a great conversation starter for sure.
They're also heavy enough to where I don't lose it.
Yeah.
Because like if I don't have it, I'm like, oh, something's missing.
Right.
I'll have to make you guys some spinner ones.
Just like me, my ADD.
Fidget spinner? Yeah,
the little
ADD would be going nuts. Yeah. I'd be sitting like, spinning it.
I have a client who actually bought 2 of them, and he'll sit, because he works from home, he'll sit while on meetings and just sit there and do that. And then they're like, what are you doing? He's like, it's my fidget spinner. Well, we want one of those. I'm like, so I ended up making a whole bunch, sending them out.
So word of mouth, man. That's awesome. We don't want to take too much of your time. We do some rapid fire questions pretty much in every episode. So I just have a few questions for you. Kind of switched up because I was retyping everything. But what is your favorite skateboard logo or brand? You could.
Oh, Mike McGill. the snake and the skull, hands down. I had probably about 10 of those boards.
I love Alien Workshop back in the day.
That was awesome.
I just cut up a couple Alien.
Forgot about Alien Workshop.
That was my first board ever. It was red and silver, and it had the big alien on it.
Yeah.
Anti-Hero. That guy actually lives in Jersey. I met him before I got into this. I did fly fishing, and he did a lot of artwork with trout and stuff like that. So I got to meet him a couple of years ago, and cool. he's like, yeah, I still make the artwork for the board. So I'm like, perfect.
I love the
that's sweet
old Mike Vallely logos. And then the old owl logo. Was it an elephant?
Yeah. Elephant.
That one is super cool too.
Best. I think the other logo that isn't on a board, but when you take the trucks off, is the independent logo.
Oh, independent. Yep.
So in between the truck holes, I can't use. So all my independent ones are going to be inlays on ball markers.
I have one of their Herschel collab duffel bags, and you unzip it, and the inside is just the independent logo plastered everywhere.
Yeah, kind of reminds me of the old German, marksmanship. It actually reminds me of my own marksmanship badge we had to wear on our blues. I hate those.
What is your favorite golf logo? Could be a pro or like a country club, a brand.
Other than yours,
yeah.
Yeah. Actually, mine's probably gonna get changed soon. I like it's between the cradle and
that's at Pinehurst, right?
Yeah. And damn it. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the cradle for right now because I can't remember the actual name of the golf course. And it's no more than like 45 minutes from my house.
I'll let you ask this one because I know you always like the Instagram account.
Yeah. So what's your favorite Instagram account? It doesn't have to be golf related, it doesn't have to be skateboard related. It just has to be like one you always like.
One that I'm always on.
So like my favorite one is kids getting hurt.
No. Because you don't like babies.
No. They're not babies. They're like old enough to like walk and talk, so they're old enough to know better.
I don't even have one. It's like Van or like
sure.
It's the people I interact with the most. That's what my feed basically is. My wife sends me 5,000 TikToks a week or Instagram reels on how to fix her swing. So yeah, I just say my friends.
Sure.
That's how we talk.
What do you think is harder? Shooting even par on 9 holes or landing a kickflip?
Kickflip's easier.
Landing or what about a heel flip?
Okay, I'd say the heel flip. At least for me.
Yeah, I could never really get that down. I've also never shot par on a course. Actually, once I have shot par and it was on an executive course many years ago. But I've shot in the 70s playing tennis. I've shot in 70s.
Shooting par on an executive course is like getting a hole in one on a simulator.
No, because a lot of people can't shoot par on an exec. I mean, a lot of people can, but I'm not. I guess
I shot a 76 last Saturday. That's no birdies. Score.
Well, it's a clean
but with no birdies.
Though. Yeah,
I thought it was stay on a 9-hole course.
Like this weekend is our double points for our league, so everybody was like, "Oh, well, at least you saved all the birdies for this week." So, okay, whatever.
Don, you can ask us on the first tee one there.
So, what would your walk-up song be?
Oh, smoke weed every day. And I don't even smoke weed.
Yeah, but it's funny because some people are like, "Oh, dang, I got to think of that." And you had that like,
yeah. Some people are like, "Man, I don't even know."
Yeah.
No, you. This is how I taught my wife how to swing a golf club. It's the 4 beats: smoke weed and then when you hit day, that's when you're hitting the golf ball. It slows your backswing down so much. Try it. I'm dead serious. It's
interesting.
Everybody
Just
wants to like
knowledge on us right there.
Everybody wants to swing really fast because that's take it back fast and then no, smoke weed and then thrust your hips during every day or and then boom, day you're hitting the ball.
Blast it. I'm gonna try that next time we're out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it, but it's gonna shank.
Don't sing it out loud.
That didn't work. Yeah, smoke.
Take video of it.
Yeah. PGA Championship is this week. Who do you think will win, or who would you like to see win?
I'd love to see Tiger win, but that's not happening.
No. Definitely not.
Scheffler just had a baby, so took the week off.
But now he's got that new dad strength.
Yeah, I know.
And now there's a lot of memes and a lot of talk about Rory because he's just filed for divorce. So now they're like,
did you see what I put in the group chat? I shared it. I said he wins 2 events and thinks he's a god. And then Greg and everybody else blew up at me.
Well, he's always thought he's a god.
I know.
So like a whole level.
He's not even the top 10 greatest golfers. He's not even in that.
He was supposed to be, right? I mean, he was supposed to be. He was supposed to be the next greatest thing.
I mean, there's a lot of players that were supposed to be the next big thing.
That's true.
Like, look at Anthony Kim.
He's making a comeback.
Yeah. but he was like the next prodigy, big thing, right? The next big protege, the prodigy.
Yeah.
And then just 10 years later, here we are.
If he could ever get his game back, actually both of them, if they could ever get their game back, I'd go with Spieth or Fowler.
I love Fowler and Spieth too.
I'm a big Spieth guy.
Yeah, Spieth's he's been got a lot of injuries.
Yeah, well, that and kids,
and that too.
I'm convinced it's his shoes. Have you held a pair of his professional
heavy as crap?
They're heavy.
Yeah.
Well, they make them with regular spikes, like the old school spikes.
Yeah, it's old school.
Which was supposedly banned by the PGA years ago, but
not for Jordan Spieth.
Well, not for Tiger.
There was a lot.
So it's kind of funny that they come out with because I don't wear spikes. I don't wear. All I wear is the Pumas or the Adidas code, whatever they're called, the codes.
Oh yeah, the code chaos.
Yeah, I like the spikeless, just regular. And most of the time, if it's during the summer, I wear flip flops. I'll play golf. Yeah, I play golf barefoot. If there's no
that is fun, actually. Barefoot's legit.
And then when I go and play on a Saturday morning at 5 o'clock in the morning and teeing off, they're like, okay, he's not wearing shoes. We're in.
Yeah. How much are we playing for?
Yeah, it's usually that.
2 more questions. Last one will be food related. Dom can ask that however you'd like to. But talking about skateboarding, what do you think is the greatest skateboarding video game of all time?
Oh, Tony Hawk.
Right. Okay. Yep. So my follow-up question was who was your favorite skater that you would choose playing the game?
Cab.
Steve Caballero.
Yeah, I took Bob Burnquist.
It's either Cab or Lanny McDonald.
Oh yeah, McDonald. I forgot about him. See, I was trying to remember. It was
Lanny had the half pipe power ups.
Mm-hmm.
I know Tony had it, but if you were second to play it, and it was a half pipe. Yeah, Lanny done because somehow he could still do the 980 or the 1060. It's Okay. So I can kind of match Tony Hawk a little bit, but yeah.
Forgot about
Was Rodney Mullen in that game?
Yes. I think later. I think he was
He
in
was 2 or 3
I
or
love.
something.
I want to say
I don't think he was on the original Pro Skater.
no.
Pro Skater.
No, I think it was 2 or 3.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Loved Rodney Mullen.
Those are such, but dude, Pro Skater 1, the regular one, and then 2 those are my 2 favorites.
You know, they remastered them for the PlayStation.
I heard, yeah, I haven't played them since, but that'd be fun.
But if
Bring
I'm
back
playing the
nostalgia
PlayStation,
for sure.
if I'm playing PlayStation, I'm probably playing Gran Turismo.
Sure.
I got to a part in that game where I can no longer have fun, so I gave up.
Like, no, it's supposed to be fun.
All my buddies are like, Tom, you got to get on. I'm like, no, can't get past the rally and the dirt. I quit.
You're done.
Oh, I can't stand the rallies or the dirt. No, just give me a street course. I'm good.
Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah, Down, you can take it away. We always ask a food related question. So
if wherever in your neck of the woods, out in Pennsylvania, which I don't think I'll ever go to Pennsylvania. Oh no, that's a lie. I got to go to the Pirates.
No. I'm not that far from Philly.
Well, I don't. Oh, I guess the Phillies too. Yeah. Shit. Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna go to Pennsylvania eventually. Where are we gonna go eat?
Okay. Here's your 2 options. Do you want Italian or do you want like American style food?
Both.
Because I got both.
Lay both on us.
Bacco's, which is in Doylestown. It's this small little Italian restaurant. They have some of the greatest pizzas. I'm not doing cheesesteaks because that's I love cheesesteaks, but no, I'm Italian, so they make some great pizzas, margarita pizza. They actually have this mac and cheese with peas and bacon in it.
Ooh, I love peas. That's a kind of a sneaky pick for me. So that sounds good.
So you get the crunch from both the peas and the bacon, and then you get the cheese and the noodles. Oh, it's just awesome. I can eat the whole thing by myself.
That sounds amazing.
I was sold at mac and cheese.
Same, yeah. I love mac and cheese. And pizza too. I mean, both of them are.
I just like cheese.
Okay, what's the other place?
It's called The Perk. And I'm there every Thursday night. And they have some of the greatest food. Like between the nachos, the cheesesteaks, the chicken dinners, the burgers. Yeah. Yeah. They have this thing called a carousel burger. It's got frizzled onions, bacon, whatever cheese you want. And the ranch dressing, I'm still trying after 10 years. This guy needs to bottle it. It would blow Hidden Valley away. Like it is the greatest ranch ever.
Do you have any do you have some like cool breweries or any like nice IPA beers out there?
Gross.
Yeah, there's
who would ask for an IPA?
I'm not an IPA drinker, but if we end up going to one, I always take my cooler with my own beer. There's Free Will, which is right down.
Wait, you go to the restaurant with your own beer?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of restaurants around here at BYOB.
Really?
Yeah. So I'll break out the Yeti and fill it up with 15 beers and go.
I mean, that's the cheap way to go though, right? I mean, instead of spending $6 to $10 for one beer, you're saving yourself a lot of money.
Well, yeah, that's the IPA. See, like at the Perk, we get like a pitcher, like a big pitcher, and it's like $10 for a pitcher of beer.
Can't beat that.
And that's like almost 4.5 beers.
Yeah.
You got Free Will. There's a whole bunch of microbreweries that have popped up over the last 2 years around here, but Free Will is probably the biggest one that we have.
Drink it right out of the pitcher.
I'll take one pitcher for myself.
I've done that, or put some straws in it. Put a couple straws.
Yeah, a couple straws. Yeah.
I don't even need a straw. Just pick it up and go.
You say, hey, we're only gonna have one glass tonight. Okay, it's cool. Get that pitcher glass up.
That pitcher. Yep.
Well, Shawn, man, it's been Right. It's been a pleasure, man, meeting you and talking to you. Keep up the great work, and we're excited for our event. You're one of our sponsors. You're helping us out. We really appreciate it, and we can't wait to help you
I need
out
some
as well.
swag.
Oh yeah, we'll take care of you.
Make sure I get a sweatshirt.
I'll order you something.
Yeah, just let us know.
The size
Yeah,
and
let
color
us know
you
what
want.
size.
We'll get you squared away.
They do run a little bit small, so I always go up a size in mine.
I haven't placed my order yet, so let me know. I'll get you one.
Okay. No, it was a pleasure, guys. I love doing these. Talking to people about.
We enjoyed.
I mean, we get golf, and we didn't even talk about hockey.
I know it's golf and things, and it's normally golf and food.
Okay, we need to talk about hockey.
Yeah, our wild team has been a disaster. We're the state of hockey.
Yeah, I know.
And that's
how do you feel about Parisi playing with the Avs?
The Avs, I know it's kind of weird.
He's in
Colorado.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in Colorado.
Yeah.
Shows how much we care.
And then we have there's Casey Middlestat that's in Colorado too. He's a local native.
Yeah. Because I was upset because you guys had the North Stars. That's who I grew up with. Like Dino Ciccarelli. Okay. Dino Ciccarelli with the North Stars, and then the Caps got him. And then they moved to Dallas. It's like, what? How do you?
And now they're playing really well. Well, they have. Yeah.
Well, they're beating.
But we'll save that for a later episode.
We'll do that again later.
Absolutely, man. Thanks again, man. Nice to meet you. Appreciate it.
Hey, it was nice meeting you guys. You guys have a good night.
You too.
And
we'll talk soon.
We'll do this again.
Absolutely, man. Take care.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Yep. Thanks.